93, 93, 93. This is the man Asha Renew from AshaRenew.com. Excuse the audio. The mic is not in right now. I got this phone case on, so if I put the phone case on, there's no way to just connect the mic to if the sound or audio sounds different. This is just straight phone audio. Now, peace. What's up, Dank Wizard? I know I haven't live streamed in a minute, and mostly it's because I just want to be more professional in my presentation going forward. Because anything can happen during a live stream. Anything can be said, circumstances going on around you, so on and so forth. And in the beginnings of my channel, or my live streaming rather, I didn't mind any of that, as you guys have seen already. I didn't mind walking around, don't care who's around, say whatever. But as I go deeper, I realize it ain't no point of doing that no more, just because of the nature of what I'm speaking about. For example, back before, I guess I didn't really care, like if people overheard what I was speaking about, irregardless of what I was saying. Now, I don't even want people around who cannot handle what's being said, right? What's up, Joshua? What's up, Ted Mez? What's up? So as I was saying, I don't even care for people to be around who's not on the level. So that's why now, if I do live stream, that's another thing. It has become a lot harder to live stream during the day hours. That's why it's like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. West Coast time, so it's maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock East Coast time. And, if you're on the other side of the world, it's probably about 1 p.m. or something. So this probably is prime time actually for you if you're not in the U.S. But if you are in the U.S., it's pretty early, right? Even for the East Coast. However, as I was saying, I'm not drawn to record in a day where everybody's around, anybody can hear what's being said, and it doesn't move me or motivate me to speak amongst other people, just eavesdropping and what do they call these things? Ear hustling or whatever they call it, people just listening or try to, again, when I'm doing these videos, again, I'm the only one that can see beyond the camera. So of course, if people standing around, trying to give negative energy, so on and so forth, all these things, most likely people don't notice because I just be, speaking through all the adversity, anything, right? What happened to the videos not listed no more? Yeah, all that's private. It's not deleted, but it's private. And the reason I put the videos on private is because I feel it's not useful anymore. I'm not just gonna have people just intaking information that I don't find that's useful. So I feel because of what happened in 2020, because we are in a whole different dimension, and the information I was speaking about in 2015 won't really have any relevance to anybody. That's my only thing. So yeah, the knowledge is still there, but we in a whole different world. I don't think old videos would be useful to people moving forward. We're dealing with COVID. The whole world is changing, so I don't think the information is relevant to these times that we're in, so I put it all on private. Now, of course, I could have been like anyone else and just kept the videos up there, just, because they were still doing views, they were still getting views. I'm sure that people were still watching them. However, I'm like, nah, it's just not time for it. It's about the new information and the new knowledge, and that's what I'm doing moving forward. So don't worry about none of that old information. It was for the times. So all of the things that I've spoken about previous to these times was for those times. So the information I speak now is for these times. So I just want to stay in the midst of the ever-going or the everlasting changes, because these changes is happening so quickly that, again, I don't find the relevancy of watching the video that I made 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, when we were in a whole different situation, a whole different environment, whole different presidents, and it just doesn't. Again, this is my perspective. I'm not saying that any of this is actually true. This is just what I feel. I don't want to put out information that I don't feel is relevant to anyone who chooses to tune in to my frequency, to benefit from. If it's not going to benefit you, then I'm not going to allow you to ingest anything that's going to be negative. Not to say that it is negative, but I don't feel what I was talking about 5 years ago is relevant to today. So, not to mention the other beings that come up, that come to watch, that can't see but can perceive if you have insight. Yeah, you already know how that is. So for now on, when I live stream, it will be in the early AM hours because this is the only time I feel I can speak freely in terms of I'm not worried about what's going on, who's around, so on and so forth. Because again, the nature of my channel, if anybody thought it was dark before, I haven't even begun to speak about certain things. Again, for people who are a part of the website, no, right? If you are a part of my website, you know I speak about the darker stuff on the website. I don't really speak about it publicly. So all that Satanism, Luciferianism, it's not that I'm not with the shit. I just don't speak about it too much publicly. But if you are a part of my website, then you know I speak about that. Damn near every other article is about, clip off it, all that. Again, I'm just not speaking about that stuff publicly because it's easy for it to get, taken and, people take it all out of hand and start doing all type of madness, right? And the only reason I speak about it on the website is because in order to even join the website, you have to sign an oath, right? So for anybody who's a part of my website, you already know. You got to click that I agree to the terms and services. Just like with any social media, you got to click on those terms and services. You have to agree to the terms and services. So in my case, my terms and services to join my website is just keep your goddamn mouth shut. It's just as simple as that. Whatever you find on the website, keep it to yourself. Battle. You want to battle because, most likely people are not going to agree with what you're talking about. So you probably shouldn't speak about it. Just act on it. So any information you get from me, act on it. It ain't really to be spoken about. You shouldn't really hear anything from me and speak about it. You should just put it into motion. You should act on it. So if anybody chooses to break the oath or break the seal, then it's on them. It's not on me because the seal is there. Same thing with any contract. Anybody can technically break a contract, but now you have to deal with the lawsuits that come after that. Now you have to deal with all this extra stuff. So I'll just leave that to the website because I can't do that on a public platform. I can't make anybody sign no terms and agreements. I can't do any of that extra shit if it's public. So that's why certain information is not on the public because if I say it, no, people can just share the video. They can do whatever they want with the information because it's public. So I can't really hold ownership other than the licensing. Like I can take down a video, somebody just repost my video, but if somebody just starts speaking the information in it, then I can't do anything about that because it's public. So anything we put on the public is available to the public, and the public is going to do whatever the public wants to do. However, the call was never for the public. My videos were never for the public. Anything that comes out of my mouth was never for the public. It's only for those that resonate. So that's essentially, I'm just taking that oath more seriously. So for the ones who are really about this, I just want to give you more respect. So that's why I don't speak about certain stuff. Because, again, it's easy to take this information out of context and you take it the wrong way. It's very easy. If I'm speaking about the devil, I'm speaking about witchcraft, I'm speaking about all this stuff that people instantly, get turned off by. They would think that I'm speaking about something else. Even though nobody has ever heard me say anything about sacrificing any animals, doing any harm or damage to children or anything like that. You ain't never heard me say anything crazy or me suggest anything or anybody to do anything illegal or to jeopardize your freedom or life. However, the information itself triggers people not because of the person conveying the message, just because of the message as a whole, right? And again, I don't want to make this too long. I'll just come live more often because I can already see that the videos kind of glitching up. So again, that's another thing. YouTube likes to censor. If I go live and YouTube wants to mess up the live stream, there's nothing I can do about that. The only thing I can do is upload videos that are pre-recorded if I want everything to be flawlessly. So that's another thing, another reason why I don't live stream, because again, as soon as I say something that the algorithm doesn't like, it's gonna start stuttering the video and all this extra madness that I gotta deal with, which I just honestly don't want to deal with at this point. I dealt with that for years already. I've been live streaming since 2017, and so every time I say something that YouTube don't like, they just shut down the stream or they give me problems. And I'm honestly over that shit. I'm over it. I don't care to go back and forth with YouTube just because they may not agree with something I had to say when I can just pre-record it and there's nothing they can do about it because it's not going to violate the terms of services. It's not going to violate the community guidelines. However, if I say it during a live stream, it may. So it's just real weird how they have that. Again, if I do a pre-recorded video and I say the most heinous things, unless somebody actually reports the video, won't nothing happen. But if I say something, not even that I gotta say something crazy, because I don't feel I say anything crazy. But that's my opinion. Someone else may feel different. But if I say an inkling of something crazy, then the whole live stream gets messed with, and it just makes it too cumbersome to even deal with. Right? So that's the main thing. So I really don't live stream because I don't know what will trigger, the algorithm to start, making the live stream all glitchy and choppy. So I don't know what's going to trigger and what does not trigger it. So I can be in the midst of a magnificent build, then it just starts stuttering on YouTube. Then the playback is disgusting. So last thing I want is the viewer experience to be disgusting because YouTube wants to make it all choppy. And I know when people rewatch live streams, it's not the best viewing experience. It's just not. Because again, I don't know when things pause. Again, when I'm recording the video, I'm not seeing really what's going on. Again, it can be choppy, it can be all type of stuff that go on that I don't know nothing about. So I'm thinking I made a perfect video, but the playback is not as seamless as I thought it was because it was flawless on my end, but it may not be flawless on the viewer's end. So I'm always thinking about the viewership of my content. So that's why I want to be more professional in my presentation, just for the professionalism. Anybody can hit the live stream button and go live stream and talk whatever they want to talk. And again, I've done plenty of that. However, I don't feel the need to do it as much because again, I have the resources and the tools to do other things, right? I basically just had to invest in myself instead of just concerned about the next topic, what people want to hear, so on and so forth. So that's why I leave everything on the community tab. So if I am not posting videos, I am posting daily on the community tab. So every day, if you check the community tab, you're going to see a post from me. So even if I'm not posting videos, I'm going to post on the community tab. So if you follow me on any social media, you're going to see posts from me every single day. So even if I'm not making videos, you can still tap into my thinking process whenever you choose, just by tapping into the community tab, right? So that's the thing. So to answer the questions, what happened to the old videos? They're just on private. I don't feel the information is relevant, or I'm just going to redo the videos, even though it's like 1,000 videos, right? How are you going to redo 1,000 videos? But I feel like I can do it a lot better than I did. Again, it's a bunch of live streams, a bunch of me just walking around, talking my mess, and I feel like the viewer experience, I wouldn't even watch that shit in 2020. Because, people want to see what they want to see, whatever information that they're seeking. I don't think you should have to watch a 3-hour live stream and you just need only 15 minutes of the information within a 3-hour live stream or whatever. So that's what I mean. I feel like it's just too much. It's just too chaotic. I can do an hour live stream. You just need 10 minutes worth of info, but you got to watch a whole live stream. And I feel like time is of the essence at this point. So we don't have time to just be consuming content and you only need 5% or 10% of the video, but you got to watch the whole thing because you may not know. So I'm just doing my best to make the viewer experience the most smooth and flawless as I can. So I may even start putting chapters in my videos where you may only want 1 minute or 5 minutes of information of a 30-minute video. Of a 30-minute video, but I can put a chapter in the video where you can go directly to what you're looking for. All right, so that's just a channel update. That's what I'm doing. Again, if I will do a live stream, it will be in the early AM hours, between 12 and 6 AM. So because everybody's in bed, everybody's in the astral plane, so I'm essentially on the earth plane. It's not too many people just on the earth plane, in the early AM hours. And to me, you can feel the reality of Vegas in the early AM hours, When people think of Vegas, they think about the madness, they think about the nonsense, you know. But Sin City is really about the nightlife, and not the nightlife as in the clubbing and being amongst other people and doing madness, but the nights of the desert, the night of Pan. For those who are into the occult, if you even know what I'm speaking about, the night of Pan happens in the desert. So the reality of the desert is in the early AM hours if you want that true feel. And I feel like my thoughts are a lot more clear in the early AM because I'm not, again, worried about the external situations and circumstances. So I'm going to do my best to at least live stream. Again, I don't even have a lot of battery because I didn't even plan to do this live stream. So this was not planned. I just am like, let me go ahead and tap in. I ain't tapped in for a while, so this ain't something I've been thinking about. Actually, one of the viewers, they say, just show your face. We want to see your face. So, salute to the queen. She's like, yeah, just show your face. I'm like, yeah, why not? So, but I will try my best to do a live stream every night. I'm not going to say the day, every night. So expect to see my face at least every night. You're not going to see it during the day. If you want to tap into me, tap into my frequency during the day, just look for the posts. But if you want to catch the live streams, they will be in the early AM hours so I can clearly express my thoughts, right? So with that, 93 to everybody who's with it. And again, moving forward, I'm going to lay down everything. Again, for the more maddening content, just check the website. For everything else, like the gray magic, the gray magician, So basically, gray magic, it'll be a full plethora of information from gray magic and even white magic. But for the black magic, the war magic, and all that, just check the website. So I just separate it so that there's no confusion. And of course, if you want to join the YouTube membership, you can do that as well. And that's more so, speaking about the deities. I tell people what spirits to work with the month or what spirits to work with to get certain results. So that's more so like a spiritual encyclopedia. So if you're more interested in the spiritual encyclopedia, then join the YouTube membership. Excuse me, because I try to make it different. I don't want like the same information to be available everywhere because it doesn't make any sense. So just depending on what type of information you want, you will know where to get the information from. So once again, if you want the darker stuff, that's the website. If you want the gray magic, that's going to be on the public, on the YouTube. And if you want, the spiritual encyclopedia, then look for the YouTube membership. Again, I also have a Patreon. And again, I'm setting all that up, so I don't have everything set up just yet. But I'll keep everybody updated with that. I just need to figure out what type of information I want to put on there. I may just put occult classes, like just full-fledged classes or lectures on there, and just do like the 30-minute joints on here. So maybe I don't want to make a video longer than 30 minutes. I feel like we don't need to be here for several hours at a time. Again, but if you want to do that, then it'll be a space for you to do that. So I may do that for the Patreon. You know what I mean? So I'm getting all that organized. But I will let everyone know. So expect a live stream every morning. So I'm not even going to say night. Every morning around this time, I check in. I'm not going to say what I'll speak about, what I won't speak about. It just depends on what's occurring. But I will make the extra effort to at least show my face. Again, I've been letting my presence be felt, but I will at least make the extra effort to show my face and to let it be known that everything is flowing smooth, everything is good. And most of the time, again, I'm just hacking my brain trying to figure out what to speak about next, how to break down complex equations. That's all I do. My life has become breaking down complex equations. Just mathematician. Because again, every day I'm dropping daily numerology. So every day I'm giving you insight about the numerology of the day. And again, that's just what I do. So I'm cold cracking, I'm cold breaking, I'm doing all of that. And just getting to the point where I don't even have to ask you guys for nothing. That's really the ultimate goal. Where I don't even have to ask for nothing. I don't need to ask for no money. I don't need to ask for no donations because I know how to get it in a whole different direction. That's the goal, and that's really what I've been doing. That's what the cryptocurrency is about. That's what the binary options is about. I don't really talk about that stuff because, again, this is a whole nother audience. People didn't sign up for this page for that type of information. So I may be into stuff that I don't speak about because, again, this is not why people are here. People didn't click the subscribe button for crypto information or, for binary options and all that. So even though I'm into all this stuff, I may not speak about it because that's not necessarily what people signed up for. And, I may start doing, other content, but I'm not necessarily sure, how people are going to take that. But again, we'll do it. I see how it. I see how everything work out, how it all happens, and we'll see how it goes. But again, this is most of my time I'm spending time outside of the occult, because again, binary options, forex, stocks, crypto, all these things, just to get my financial game more advanced, so I can invest into the platform instead of having to extract from the platform. And that's my goal again. So I don't have to ask nobody for anything. All I'm doing is investing and just making better and better content. And it's all based on my own skill set. It's not because the community helped me or anything. And again, I just want to be the gift to the people, not somebody who's taking. I don't really care to take nothing from nobody. That's why I have not been showing my face. I have not been asking for no money. I ain't been asking for nothing because I'm like, I don't even want to ask. Because there's other ways to get it. And again, that's where my energy has been invested in. So that's why I haven't really been on here like that. So just thinking about ways to give more instead of extracting more. How can I give more? Again, we already know the information is going to be the information, but that ain't enough at this point. It's about the full presentation. It's about the full experience. And again, so that's why I want to do my best to give a full experience and do it so where it's funded from a different source. So whatever I put on here, it has a different source of funding, so I don't have to ask nobody for anything. And that actually works out better because nobody on the field that they have to give me anything unless that they truly want to give. So only give to me if you want to. It's not because you have to, because again, I'm doing all these other things. All right. For me, the buffering and the live never bothered me that much. I'm sure it doesn't. You know what I mean? I'm sure it bothers me more than the viewer. I believe that. I'm more bothered by the buffering than the viewer. Because I want to convey the message as clearly as I possibly can. So whenever it's some interference in me conveying the message, it more so irritates me more because I can't convey the message clearly. Or I think I'm communicating clearly, but I'm really not because it's a bunch of glitches that I know nothing about, right? So I would say it's more so on me trying to have content that is high quality. And I feel like live streaming is not the best way to give you high quality content when I have the ability to make 4K content. I can make content in 4K. It just takes a lot longer. It's just a lot more tedious, but I can do it. It's just tedious, right? And again, just because like the way you guys see me on this camera, this is not how I look. This is just based on the pixels of the camera. How many megapixels the camera is. Like if you were sitting face to face with me, I would look completely different because you would be seeing me with your physical eye. So again, the cameras, all this lowers the quality of the experience. Again, that's why I got to buy external mics. And again, I was going to use this mic, but again, I didn't premeditate this. I'm like, oh, I should have took the case off. So I would have took the case off. But again, I got to buy all this extra stuff, just to make the viewer experience decent, but a little better than decent. Again, I'm not going for a decent experience, a little better than decent, a high quality experience. So if it's not the video that's high quality, at least you're going to get high quality audio, right? And again, this is the best mic you can buy for the iPhone. Again, I use an iPhone. This is the best mic you can buy. So this isn't just something I got, just regular. This like $150, right? Even though you see the small little thing, but again, I'm making those type of investments. I had to invest in an iPad. So now when you guys see my videos, that's recording, the screen I'm recording on is an iPad. Again, I had to make these investments because again, I want to have the ability to just deliver my message clearly. And I know, again, just looking at my face, you're not going to understand all of the complex equations that I'm trying to lay down. So that's why I want to show the actual process. So that's why I do the screen recording, so you guys can see the actual process of the equations and how I break it down versus me just running my mouth. I can run my mouth all day, you guys, and see me. Then did 8-hour live streams, 9-hour live streams. I can run my mouth all day, but if I can actually show the process and how my mind actually works, I feel like that is more. I'm giving more of myself when I show how my process works, more so than just me running off at the mouth. So this is just how my thoughts are working. This is where I'm going moving forward. Hopefully everybody will stick around and see what I have coming up. And again, just check out the community tab. And if anybody has any video suggestions, just leave them in the comment box, right? So I may even take suggestions. Again, it don't have to be long, just doing my best to give a good delivery. At this point, I feel YouTube is where the big dogs come. You know, for 4K experience, you want the full blown experience. It ain't about Instagram or TikTok. All that is shit you can do on your phone. You know, you can do Instagram on the phone. You can do the TikToks and all these other social media. You can do it on the phone. But when it comes to YouTube, you know, you're gonna have to buy a camera. You're gonna have to buy an external mic, right? And again, I have a camera, but again, it just takes a little longer to record when you use a camera. You gotta, you know, you got the micro SD card, got to put it in the computer and all that. It's just a longer process. And I just got comfortable doing live streams. So whenever I got to go back to the old process of doing everything, everything is just physical labor or just more tedious. Again, I had the resources, it's just tedious. And I just got used to doing live streams. So now that I'm over the live streams, I'm like, all right, that ain't where it's at. Now I had to go back into the tedious mode of just doing everything specifically based upon just having the quality that I'm looking for, so I can create content that I will actually watch, and you can watch it over and over and over again, because the audio is where it need to be and the video is where it need to be, versus you only watch it one time because you had to struggle through it because the video and the audio ain't where it needs to be. Just like this video, again, this is not the best audio, this is not the best video. However, I have the ability to make the best audio and the best video, but it's a tedious process. So I may not be able to do that on a daily basis, but I can live stream on a daily basis. I can make community posts on a daily basis, but when it comes to the actual video content at the highest experience possible, I'm not going to be able to do that on a daily basis, at least right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. But again, I'm not gonna allow those things to hold me back from just putting out the content. So I'm like, all right, let me still jump on here and do a live stream, and let me do the community tab. So expect the live stream, expect the community tab on a daily basis, and then expect the video content on a semi daily basis. So if I do not post a video every day, I will post a video like every other day or every 2 to 3 days. So that's the schedule I'm gonna dedicate myself to, and just speaking about all this other stuff. So again, make sure everything is good. I'm gonna check out. Salute. 93.